How did you use an Uno reverse to turn your family's rules upside down? Every Sunday for 15 years, my grandmother made the same announcement at family dinner. When I pass away, everything goes to whoever visits me most. She'd tap her cane on the floor and smile like she'd just revealed state secrets. This turned my entire extended family into vultures. My Aunt Rachel drove 3 hours every Tuesday just to vacuum Grandma's living room. Uncle Steve called twice daily asking about her arthritis. My cousin Jennifer moved back from California and started doing Grandma's grocery shopping. They all hated each other, but pretended to be saints around her. Meanwhile, I was banned from inheritance discussions. I liked guys and chicken nuggets, and Grandma made it crystal clear that sinners don't deserve family money. She'd change the subject whenever I entered rooms. My cousins would smirk and whisper about how I'd be working at McDonald's while they lived in luxury. But here's what none of them knew. I actually loved spending time with Grandma. Not for money, she'd already told me I wasn't getting any, but because she was genuinely funny when she wasn't performing for the inheritance hunters. While they argued over who deserved what, I'd sneak over on Wednesday nights to watch old movies and eat ice cream. Grandma would relax completely when it was just us. She'd tell dinosaurs jokes from the 2000 BC and complain about how fake everyone was being. She even started asking about my boyfriend and seemed genuinely interested in our relationship. I never mentioned these visits to anyone because I knew they'd think I was scheming. After she passed last year, the whole family gathered for the will reading. Rachel brought a calculator. Steve wore his funeral suit from 1995. Jennifer had already started planning her European vacation. They were practically drooling as the lawyer opened the envelope. I leave my entire estate, valued at $1.2 million, to my grandson David, who visited me because he loved me, not because he wanted something. Everyone's heads snapped toward me like I just confessed to a disaster. The lawyer continued reading. To my other relatives who performed like circus animals for years, I leave this advice. Real relationships aren't transactional. Rachel started screaming about how unfair it was. Steve accused me of manipulating a sick old woman. Jennifer demanded to contest the will. They all turned into exactly the greedy monsters Grandma had always suspected they were. I stood up and said, "You spent 15 years trying to buy love with chores and phone calls. I spent 15 years actually giving it for free." The inheritance included Grandma's house, her vintage car collection, and enough money to pay off my student loans. But the best part was the final line of her will. David gets everything because he's the only one who never asked for anything. My family hasn't spoken to me since the reading. They're convinced I somehow tricked an 89-year-old woman into changing her will. They can't accept that while they were performing for an audience, I was just being her grandson. The funniest part? Last week I found a box of letters in Grandma's attic. She'd been documenting every fake visit for years. Rachel spent 20 minutes today pretending to care about my stories while eyeing my jewelry box. Steve called asking about my health, but really wanted to know about my bank accounts. Jennifer brought flowers, but kept measuring my dining room for her future renovations. But about our Wednesday movie nights, David brought my favorite ice cream again. He laughed at my terrible jokes and didn't check his phone once. I'm so lucky to have a grandson who sees me as a person, not a piggy bank. She'd been planning this reversal from the beginning. While everyone else was following her inheritance rules, she was writing different rules entirely. Rules about genuine love, authentic relationships, and seeing through performative nonsense. The final letter was addressed to me. David, by the time you read this, you'll own everything, and your family will hate you for it. Don't feel guilty. You earned this by being real when everyone else was acting. Love isn't a performance, and neither is family. Sometimes the best inheritance strategy is not having one at all.